Good afternoon. Welcome to the Committee on Public Finance. Would you be kind enough to introduce yourselves for the record? You can start from there.
I am Vasanta Vitanage, representing the Ministry of Plantation and Community Infrastructure. I am Director Tea Development.
I am Mahesh Javardhana, Tea Commissioner, Sri Lanka Tea Board.
I'm the Chairman of the Sri Lanka Tea Board, Raju Besekara, sir.
I'm Aisha Jinasena, Secretary to the Ministry of Justice.
Yes, one housekeeping matter. The Secretary of the Ministry of Plantation Industries called me today, or rather yesterday, said he was not able to come because he's some book launch or something like that. He's written a book and launching the book at this particular time. And also Mr. Arandara from the Finance Ministry called a little while ago and said that he is not able to come, but the Justice Ministry people are here to represent. Please go ahead. Second row. Yeah.
I'm Nihal Jayawardena. I was the chairman of the committee that was appointed to consider amendments to the Bills of Exchange Act.
Piumanthi Piris, Additional Secretary Legal, Ministry of Justice.
Manohara Jayasinghe, Deputy Solicitor General, the Attorney General's Department.
Vasana Rajapaksha, Legal Officer, Sri Lanka Tea Board.
Dilhani Bandara, Legal Officer, Minister of Plantation and Community Infrastructure.
Asankaran Singha, Deputy Director of Customs.
I am Shantapriya, Director of Customs.
I am Priyanthi Vijayanayaka, Senior Deputy Director of Customs.
I am Mithila Kodikara, Assistant Secretary, Ministry of Justice.
Gangani Hewavithana, Assistant Legal Draftsman Department.
I am Nandana Kumara, Commissioner, Inland Revenue Department.
Thank you. Since you are trying this new thing, do we have to introduce ourselves also? I am Harsha Silva, Chairman of the Committee on Public Finance. You will have to speak to the mic, Kaushal.
I'm Kaushalya Ariratna, Member of Parliament.
I'm Chaturanga Abesinghe, Member of Parliament.
Right. We have two matters to take up today. Bills of Exchange Amendment Bill and the regulations under the Tea Act number 16 of 1959. Since the second matter should be a short one, we will consider the second first. So, regulations under the Tea Act. Who is presenting that, please? Somebody from the Plantation Ministry will present that? No, just explain why you're here, what you're expecting us to do. What is it that you want from us? ඕනෑම භාෂාවකින් කතා කරන සිංහල දෙමළ ඉංග්‍රීසි කිසි ගැටලුවක් නැහැ. අපි අද ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තියෙන මේ අංක 16/1959 තේ පාර්ලිමේන්තුව අනුමැතියට ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තියෙන්නේ මොකක්ද? කුමක්ද බලාපොරොත්තු වෙන්නේ ඔබලා?
ගරු සභාපතිතුමනි 2019
ඔබතුමිය කවුද නැවතත් කියන්න?
මම ප්ලාන්ටේෂන් මිනිස්ට්‍රි එකේ ලීගල් ඔෆිසර් දිල්හානි බණ්ඩාර. 2019 අපි 2019 සෙක්ටර් එකේ රික්වයර්මන්ට් එකකට
මොකේ?
සෙක්ටර් එකේ අවශ්‍යතාවයකට ටී බෝඩ් එකකින් අපිට රික්වයර්මන්ට් එකක් ආවා. ටී රීප්ලාන්ටින් ඇන්ඩ් රීහැබිලිටේෂන් කියන එක සම්බන්ධයෙන් ටී බෝඩ් එකේ ෆන්ඩ් එකකින් මුදල් ප්‍රතිපාදන වෙන් කරගන්න කියලා අවශ්‍යතාවයක් මතු වුණා. සෝරි. ඒ අවශ්‍යතාවය මත කැබිනට් පේපර් එකක් දැම්මා අපි ටී ප්‍රොමෝෂන් ලෙවි එකෙන් රුපියල් 3ක මුදලක් දෙපැත්තට 50-50 බෙදලා යන විදිහට වෙන් කරගැනීමේ අවශ්‍යතාවයට කැබිනට් ඩිසිෂන් එකක් දාලා ඒකට අනුමැතිය අපි අරගත්තා.
මොකද දෙපැත්තට 50-50 කිව්වේ?
රීප්ලාන්ටින් ඇන්ඩ් රීහැබිලිටේෂන් කියන කාරණා දෙකට.
රීහැබිලිටේෂන් කියන්නේ පරණ එව්වා රීහැබිලිටි ප්ලාන්ටින් කියන එක තේරෙනවා. අලුත් තේ පැලවවන එකද ට්‍රී ප්ලාන්ටින්?
ඒක ටී කමිෂනර් පැහැදිලි කරා.
Sir, Mama Tea Commissioner Javardhana. එතන එතුමිය පැහැදිලි කරපු කාරණේ රුපියල් 3.50ක් අය කරගත්ත 2011 ඉඳලා. එතකොට ඒක තිබුණේ ප්‍රොමෝෂන් කටයුතු සඳහා ප්‍රවර්ධන කටයුතු
මේ ටී ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් ලෙවි එකද ඔය කියන්නේ?
ඔව්.
හරි.
ඊට පස්සේ ඒක ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකෙන් දැන් ඉල්ලීමක් ආවා මේ ලංකාව ඇතුලේ තේ හිටවන එක ගොඩක් අඩු වෙලා තියෙනවා. සංවර්ධන කටයුතු වලට මුදල් එන ප්‍රමාණය මදි නිසා මේ අර අපි එතනින් ගන්න ලෙවි එකකින් භාගයක් සංවර්ධන වැඩසටහන් සඳහා යොමු කරන්න අවශ්‍යයි කියන ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි ප්‍රෙෂර් එක. ඒකට තමයි මෙතුමිය ඔය කියන විදිහට කැබිනට් එකට පේපර් එකක් ඉදිරිපත් කළේ. අර රුපියල් 3.50ක් අය කරගත්ත එක ඒකේ කොටස් දෙකක් තිබුණා. එකක් තමයි ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එක කිව්වා 3 වැඩි 3.50 වැඩි එක අඩු කරන්න කියලා. ඒක එතකොට රුපියල් 3කට අඩු කරන්නත් ඒ 3 සංවර්ධන වැඩ කටයුතු වලට 1.50කුත් ඉතුරු 1.50 ප්‍රවර්ධන වැඩසටහන් වලටත් තමයි ඒ අමාත්‍ය මණ්ඩල මේ පත්‍රිකාව ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තිබුණේ.
හරි. ඒතර ඔබතුමිය කියප එක ඒතර නිවැරදි නෑ. ඔබතුමිය කිව්වේ දෙකට බෙදලා 50ක් රීහැබිලිටේෂන් 50ක් රීප්ලාන්ටින් කියලා. එහෙම නෙමෙයි. 50% ඒක 50 25 and 50 එහෙමද?
No.
ඒතර ප්‍රවර්ධනයට
no. සංවර්ධනයට 50.
ඒක තමයි මං කිව්වේ. එතකොට අරක 1.50 නෙමෙයි යන්නේ 1.50ක් තියෙනවා ප්‍රවර්ධනයට. ඉතුරු 1.50 775 රීප්ලාන්ටේඩ් එහෙම එකක් නැද්ද? Plantation and rehabilitation කියලා එකක් නැද්ද?
No.
All right, we got it. So that's for tree rehabilitation and plantation both together 75 cents. Oh, sorry, 150. Okay, please go ahead.
ඊට පස්සේ
ඒක හරියට කියන්න හොඳේ. ප්‍රවර්ධනය ගැන ඔබතුමිය කිව්වේ නෑ කලින්.
සමහර සභාපතිතුමා මේ ඊට පස්සේ ඒක අපි ඉල්ලුවේ ටී කන්ට්‍රෝල් ඇක්ට් එකේ තියෙන ප්‍රතිපාදනය පාවිච්චි කරලා ශ්‍රී ලංකා තේ මණ්ඩල පනතේ අංක 25 කියන රෙගියුලේෂන් එකට අනුව තමයි ඒක පබ්ලිෂ් කරන්න ඉල්ලීමක් කළේ. නමුත් ඒ අවස්ථාවේදී නීති කෙටුම්පත් සම්පාදක පැහැදිලි කළා ඒ වගන්තියේ යටතේ ඒ කියන අවශ්‍යතාවය සම්පූර්ණ කරන්න බැහැ කියලා ගරු සභාපතිතුමනි. ඊට පස්සේ තමයි ගොඩක් ලෙන්දි ඩිස්කෂන් ප්‍රෝග්‍රෑම් එකක් ගිහිල්ලා අද මේ අපි කතා කරන පනතට අනුව ඒ අවශ්‍යතාවය සම්පූර්ණ කරන්න නීතිමය කටයුතු කරලා රෙගියුලේෂන් එක ඩ්‍රාෆ්ට් කරලා තියෙනවා.
ඒ කියන්නේ 2019 ඔක වෙනස් කරායින් පස්සේ මේ පළවෙනි පාර්ත මේ රෙගියුලේෂන් එක එමෙන් කරන්න ගේන්නේ
2019න් පස්සේ ගරු සභාපතිතුමනි එකපාරක් පබ්ලිෂ් කළා මේක.
හරි.
ඒ පබ්ලිෂ් කරපු එකෙන් කියන්නේ ටී කන්ට්‍රෝල් ඇක්ට් එකේ 13 එක B වගන්තියෙන් තමයි පබ්ලිෂ් කළේ.
හරි.
ඒකෙන් තමයි ටී කන්ට්‍රෝල් ෆන්ඩ් එකට මේ මුදල ගිහිල්ලා කන්ට්‍රෝල් ෆන්ඩ් එකෙන් තමයි මේ කියන දෙපැත්තට මුදල බෙදා ගන්න තීරණය වුණේ. නමුත් ඒ අවස්ථාවේදී 13 එක B වගන්තිය කියන එකෙන් ගත්ත වෙන මුදලක් තිබ්බා. ඒක කස්ටම් එක තමයි දිගටම අරගෙන තියෙන්නේ. ඒ නිසා අපිට ඒක නැවත නිවැරදි කරන්න සිද්ධ වුණා. නිවැරදි කරලා තමයි අපි අද මේ පබ්ලිෂ් කරන ගැසට් එකට ආවේ.
ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මේ මේ 2019 ඉඳලා මේ ස්ප්ලිට් එක වෙනවා. මේක දැන් රෙගියුලරයිස් කරන්නේ අදද එහෙමද?
ගරු මන්ත්‍රීතුමනි ඒක එදා ඉඳලා අපි කීප වතාවක් ගැසට් කරලා අද තමයි නිවැරදි ලෙස පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට ඉදිරිපත් කරන්නේ. 9 වෙනි පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට අපි ඉදිරිපත් කළා. ඒ අවස්ථාවේදී පාර්ලිමේන්තුව විසිරවා හැරිය නිසා අපිට නැවත වතාවක් ආයෙ ගේන්න
අද 2025 අවුරුදු 6ක් ගියාද ඔය වැඩේට?
නීතිමය බාධාවල් කීපයක් තිබ්බ ගරු සභාපතිතුමනි.
මම කියන්න බලන්න මොනවද තිබිච්ච බාධාව?
ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් මුලදී තීරණය වුණේ 25 වගන්තිය යටතේ යන්න. ඒක ගැටලු සහගත නිසා 13 එක B වගන්තියට දාගත්තා.
ඒවා ඔක්කොම ටෙක්නිකල් පොයින්ට් නේ. අවුරුදු 6ක් යනවාද රෙගියුලේෂන් එකක් හදාගන්න. දැන් 2019 ඉඳලා රුපියල් 3 අය කරාද?
ඒක ටී කමිෂනර්ගෙන් තමයි.
ඒ මේ හරි පහදිලිව ටක් ගාලා අපිට මේ විස්තරේ බෑග්ග්‍රවුන්ඩ් එකත් එක්ක එකපාරට කියන්න එතකොට නේද අපිට ලේසියිනේ.
ඔව්.
මේ දැන් මේ කතාව අපි අහනකල් ප්‍රශ්නෙින් නැතුව ඔබතුමාලා කියන්නේ මෙහෙම එකක් වුණා. එදා ඉඳලා මේක එකතු කරා. ඒක එකතු කරලා ගස් වැව්වා. ඒක එකතු කරලා ප්‍රොමෝට් කරා. දැන් අද අපි මෙතන ඉන්නේ මේක රෙගියුලේටරි හේතුවක් හින්දා තමයි පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට දාන්න ඕන. ඔහොම කතාව එකපාරට ගලාගෙන යන්න කියන්න බැරිද අපිට?
ඔව්. මම දැන් අපිත් පොඩ්ඩක් කන්ෆියුස් වුණා. දැන් අපිට කියන්න 2019 ඉඳලා මේ රුපියල් 3 ගන්නවා.
ගන්නවා සභාපතිතුමනි. අර එතන ප්‍රශ්නේ වුණේ අර තාක්ෂණික කරුණන් නිසා මෙතුමිය කියපු කාරණේ හරි. ඒ ක්ලෝස් එක යටතේ අය කරගන්න බෑ කියන එක කියපු නිසා තමයි නැවත ගැසට් කරන්න උනේ වෙන ක්ලෝස් එකකින්. එතකොට ඒක කරගන්න බැරි වුණා අර අවස්ථාවක් මෙතුමේ කිව්ව විදිහට පාර්ලිමේන්තුව ඉස්සරහ හැරුපු නිසා ඇතිවෙච්ච බාධාව. එතකොට ඒකම තමයි ආයි නැවත වතාවක් ඉදිරිපත් කරලා තියෙන්නේ නිවැරදි කරලා ඒ කලින් කියපු වෙනසම තමයි.
ඒ කියන්නේ 19 ඉඳලා 24 වෙනකල් ගැසට් එකෙන් ගියේ.
ඔව්.
24 දී තමයි පාර්ලිමේන්තුවට දාන්න හැදුවේ.
දෙපාරක් මේ දෙවෙනි වතාව. අර කලින් වතාව
පළවෙනි වතාව not valid නේ.
not valid.
ඊට පස්සේ හරි විදියට 2024 දාන්න ගත්තා. පාර්ලිමේන්තුව විසිරු හැරියා. ඒකම දැන් මේ අද
හරි. එතකොට දැන් එකතු කරගත්ත සල්ලි කොහෙද තියෙන්නේ? රුපියල් 3 ගානේ කීයක් එකතු කරගත්තද 19 ඉඳලා?
මීට කලින් තිබේ 3.50.
3.50 3 උනේ කොයි කාලේද?
එතනදිම තමයි කරලා.
ඒ වෙලාවේ 3.50 ගානේ ගත්තේ නැහැ කාගෙන්වත්.
ශ්‍රී ලංකා තේ මණ්ඩලයේ ප්‍රවර්ධන ගිණුමට තමයි මුලින්දලා එකතු වුණේ. ඊට පස්සේ තමයි සංවර්ධන සහ ප්‍රවර්ධන ගිණුමට අර මේ බෙදීමෙන් පස්සේ ඒ කියන්නේ සංවර්ධන කටයුතු සඳහා
ඒක සමාවෙන්න මට ඇහුන්නේ නැද්ද දන්නේ නැහැ. ප්‍රවර්ධන වලටනේ ඉස්සෙල්ලා එකතු කරේ.
මුලින්ම ඔව්.
ඊට පස්සේ මේක දෙකට කැඩුවානේ.
ඔව්.
ඒ දෙකට කැඩුවේ කොයි කාලේද?
2021 නේද?
21. හරි. එතකොට දැන් මෙතන තියෙන පබ්ලික් ෆයිනෑන්ස් ගැනනේ මේ අපි මේක සාකච්ඡා කරන්නේ. එතකොට කීයක් තියනවද මේ ෆන්ඩ් එකේ? මේ ෆන්ඩ් එක කාගේ යටතේද තියෙන්නේ? ඒ ෆන්ඩ් එකෙන් කොච්චර ප්‍රවර්ධනය සඳහා වියදම් කරලා තියෙනවද? කොච්චර මේ මොනවාද මේ ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් සඳහා වියදම් කරලා තියෙනවද කියන කරුණාකර අපිට කියන්න පුළුවන්ද ප්ලීස්?
ගරු සභාපතිතුමනි දැන් අපිට මාස 7 තියෙන්නේ මේ ඉතා කෙටි කාලයක් අපිට තිබුණේ. ඒ නිසා අපිට තොරතුරු ගන්න උනේ 2023 දක්වා අපි ගෙනුම්ගත කරලා තිබිච්ච අවසාන ගෙනුම් වල තියෙන තොරතුරු 24 සහ 25 අද දක්වා තියෙන තොරතුරු අපිට ලබා දීමට යම්කිසි දවසක දෙකක අතරේක කාලයක් අපි මොකද ඊයේ හවස තමයි අපිට මේ ඒ කාරණේ මේ ඉදිරිපත් උනේ. නමුත් මේ මුදල් තියෙන ශ්‍රී ලංකා තේ මණ්ඩලය
ඒක බාර ගන්න පුළුවන් දෙයක් නෙමෙයිනේ. 2019 ඉඳලා ඔයගොල්ලෝ රුපියල් 3 ගානේ කිලෝ එකකට ගත්තා නම් කිලෝ කීයක් එක්ස්පෝර්ට් කරනවද අවුරුද්දකට? මෙට්‍රික්
ටන්
300ක් විතර නේද?
ඔව් ඒක මේ වර්ෂයෙන් වර්ෂයට
that's roughly about 300 million metric tons. So 300 million, that is 300 million into 3, that is 900 million. No, 300 million metric tons. No, 300 million, sorry, kilograms.
300 million kilos.
Sorry, Mr. Obesegar.
300 million kilos.
So it's like 1 billion a year.
1 billion a year.
1 billion a year. No, we can give you the exact figures if you give us time till day after tomorrow, because this request came to us only yesterday. We have the figures up to 2023.
I mean, what do you mean request came only yesterday?
No, we got this request to...
But you all submitted this, the parliament sent it to us maybe a few days ago.
No, the request to come for this meeting, we got it yesterday.
Right.
And you call for this information that we should submit this all the details. We got it yesterday. So if you give us one more day, we'll give it up to date up to 2025.
Chairman, that's fine. So in general, can you guys tell us, on a yearly basis, how much is collected?
Yes,
and up to 23, how much was collected after this gazette?
Yes.
And Chairman's question is, say that we've collected 2 billion over that place. I'm just assuming how that was utilized, what was the impact. Can you mention?
At the moment, the Sri Lanka Tea Board has approximately around 9 billion rupees when we took over in 2020 last year.
So one moment, Mr. Obesegar, that is, it has to be more than the 3 rupees, no? Because 3 rupees into
3
No, this
rupees,
is the
that's
entire
about 1
fund.
billion.
Entire fund.
Yeah,
That
entire
is-
fund, entire fund.
Yeah.
So what do you collect? You collect a cess, no?
Yeah, 3
Of
rupees.
10 rupees.
Yeah, no,
Then-
3 rupees.
This is what it is.
No. Let us go to the basics. When an exporter exports a kilo of, let's say, bulk tea,
Yeah,
how much does that exporter pay the government?
3.
In various duties, tariffs, taxes, levies, cesses? Yes.
Tea board directly collect 3 rupees.
This is this 3 rupees.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is 3 rupees. Balance whatever this thing, customs, Sri Lanka customs, whatever cess and all.
So this is not the cess. This is
This is
special.
not the cess.
This is the tea development levy, is it?
This is tea. Previously, it was called tea promotion levy.
So what is it called now?
Now this is tea development and promotional. This is a permit fee now.
Permit.
Yeah.
It is not a nice word, no, to go to permit Raj again.
No, just a clarification. So then what does a cess supposed to do? If it's
Cess-
separate?
Yep.
Cess is also supposed to develop the industry, right?
Yeah, that is the
That
meaning.
is what. See, Honorable Minister, the cess
Treasury.
is an export. This is a what? Is an export levy, isn't it?
the cess goes to the treasury.
The cess goes to the. Cess is supposed to be utilized to promote the industry.
That is the technical.
Yes,
That is
technically.
why cess is imposed. So,
On top of cess, we include another one. That's what I said.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
so now you pay 10 rupees. Is it 10 rupees the cess?
10 rupees per bulk tea, then value added, the packeted teas, it is 450, I think so, from the customs, but it's not from our.
No, but whether
tea board
who
act.
collects it,
Yeah.
you're the tea commissioner, no?
Yeah, now.
Mr. Commissioner, whether who collects this is not the most important one. What we are asking you is when an exporter exports a kilo of tea, how much does that exporter have to pay to the government in various fees, levies and cesses? That's the question.
Yeah, now, for the bulk tea, 10 rupee cess and this 3 rupee permit fee.
13 rupees.
13.
Okay.
Then value added tea, 4 rupees as a cess and 3 rupees for this permit fee.
Okay, so what you are saying is the fund that constitutes all these different levies and fees, the fund is sitting in the tea board?
No.
Only the 3 rupee one.
Only the 3 rupees.
Where is, so how do you have 9 billion in sitting in there for if you introduce only in 2019?
This is the accumulation of funds up to now, Chairman. We have about 9 billion rupees.
So that is including perhaps interest on investment, is it?
Yes. Interest includes interest. Now, what happened
No,
was...
before 2019, was there such like this? No.
Yes, they are right through, and this is the collection after expenditure. Now, as far as when we went into a tea board, there was about 9 billion rupees. Then what happened was, in order to develop the industry, the agriculture sector, we introduced this fertilizer subsidy scheme, for which we have put about 3 billion rupees. In addition to that, another fertilizer campaign is going on. We are putting about another 2 billion rupees, all cabinet approved decisions. So this 9 billion, what I told you was there, will come down to about 4 billion at the end of this year when we utilize these things for fertilizer.
Just one clarification, I think that's where the confusion is. Even before 2019, there was this development tariff. Was it?
No.
Promotion.
Promotion.
Yeah,
Yes.
promotion tariff.
Yes.
So that was at 350 rupees.
350. There was
That's right.
subsequent
So even before
3
this was
rupees.
there,
So when
they
did
changed it to 3.
Yeah, when did you first? No, I asked when they are changed it to 3. They said 2021. No.
Yeah, first it is 350, sir. From 2011.
Okay.
11.
Yeah, so that is what we asked, no?
So there has been another missing piece.
So from 2011 to 2021, you collected 350.
350.
And that was only for promotion.
Only for promotion.
Then 2021, you made it 3 rupees.
Yes.
And then subsequently, it was broken down into 2.
Yes.
Yes.
And that happened in 2021. And in 2026, you are regularizing it by making legislation. 25. So, who holds the key on spending through the fund that is sitting in the T-board?
The board.
The board.
Yes.
You all have accounts for that also?
Yes.
But you don't have it now.
No, I don't have it now. You can submit it.
So let me ask you a general question, Mr. Obesekar. Now for, let's say you had 9 billion, you said it will go down to 4 billion because you're spending about 5 billion
5 billion
on
for fertilizer.
On fertilizer. So
That's why
that
we
means
have been able
roughly
to,
half, no?
Yeah.
So you have about 4 billion for promotion.
Correct, yeah.
So how much do you think, now you have a rough idea as to the development, but for promotion, how much have you spent?
The
Roughly.
promotion, roughly, it's averaging according to figures we have since 2021, around 500, half a billion rupees. Per year, according to figures, average. For example, from 2011 to 23, the total expenditure of 6 billion has gone for promotion.
How much?
6 billion from 2011 to 2023. So
2011 to 2023?
Yeah, so average, about 12 years, average around half a billion rupees for promotion.
So then where is, you collected 10 rupees for promotion separately, no? Cess?
No, sir.
Why not?
We are not collecting 10 rupees.
Then how? You just said no, 10 plus 3, 13.
No. I explain that.
No, we asked, excuse me, Mr. Commissioner, what we asked was how much does an exporter pay, no? You said 13 rupees. Did
Yes,
you not
sir.
say that?
Yes,
So you said, so for the exporter is paying for promotion, no? Cess is for promotion. Cess is not a...
Not only promotion, the development of the industry.
Sorry, development of the industry. Let's keep to that. Development of the industry. So what we are asking you is, from the cess fund, how much has been spent on promoting tea and developing tea? That is a sort of the specific question.
So මෙහෙමයි රුපියල් 10 ශ්‍රී ලංකා තේ මණ්ඩලයට ලැබෙන්නේ නැහැ. කලින් කියපු ඔයකම value added tea වලට සෙස් එක හැටියට එකතු කරන රුපියල් 4ක් ශ්‍රී ලංකා තේ මණ්ඩලයට ලැබෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඒ මුදල් යන්නේ මහා භාණ්ඩාගාරයට.
එන්නේ නැහැ.
අපිට එන්නේ නැහැ ඒවා. අපිට ඒකේ accounts වත් එන්නේ නැහැ. අපි ඒ ගැන අවබෝධයක් නැහැ. අපිට ලැබෙන්නේ අර 2011 ඉඳලා 2021 දක්වා එකතු කරපු රුපියල් 3.50 මුදලත් 2021 ඉඳලා එකතු කරන රුපියල් 3 මුදලත් පමණයි.
දැන් මෙහෙමනේ. දැන් ඕක වෙනස් වුණා නේද ඔය නීතිය? ඔක්කොම consolidated fund එකට යන එක දැන් මේ consolidated fund එකටනේ ගිහිලා තියෙන්නේ. ඕගොල්ලන්ට ඇවිල්ලා නැහනේ. මේ දැන් එතකොට ආණ්ඩුව අය කරන සියලු levies, fees, taxes, cesses ඔක්කොම consolidated fund එකට ගිහිලා consolidated fund එකෙන් එක එක ආයතන වලට එන්න ඕනේ කියලා නීතිය වෙනස් වුණාද කවදා හරි දවසක? එහෙම නැත්නම් මුල ඉඳලම ඔයගොල්ලෝ එකේ සල්ලි වල කල එක දැක්කේ නැද්ද?
ඔව් ඒක අපිට ආවේ නැහැ.
සභාපතිතුමා මම හිතන්නේ මේ සෙස් එක සම්බන්ධයෙන් ගත්තොත් EDB එකෙත් මේ ප්‍රශ්නේ තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ අපි සෙස් එකක් charge කරනවාට export වලින් exports develop කරන්න කියලා.
ඔව්.
මුලින්ම මේක EDB එකට ආවා. ඔව්. development වලට. දැන් EDB එකට 7-5ක්වත් එන්නේ නැහැ.
ඔව්.
එතකොට දැන් මේ වෙන්නේ සෙස් එකක් ස්පෙસિෆික් ඉන්ඩස්ට්‍රි එකෙන් ගත්තත් ආණ්ඩුව අර මිනිස්ට්‍රි එකට වියදම් කරනවා කියලා එතන මොකක් හරි මැපින් එකක් යනවා ඇති. ස්පෙસિෆිකලි ටී බෝඩ් එකට කීයක්වත් එන්නේ නැහැ. ඔව් ඒකේ ඉතින් ඒගොල්ලෝ කියන ඇති වැවිලි කර්මාන්ත අමාත්‍යාංශයට අපි දුන්නා කියලා කියන්න පුළුවන්. නමුත් මෙතනට එන්නේ නැහැ.
හැබැයි මෙතන legal issue එකක්, I mean Mr. Arandara is not here, but Attorney General's office is here, no?
Yes, Chairman, there's a legal issue. In fact, we have raised it up.
Yeah.
We have written to the Auditor General as well as our ministry, saying that this money should come to us technically.
Now I remember,
but it's not happening because it goes to the treasury and that's it.
So they must be also giving that funds back to that ministry or through the and saying that it's developed.
The problem is the export levy, you know, it should go to export development.
Yeah.
So maybe the supply chain development also you can consider as export development.
That's probably how they get away with that.
no, I mean I think the issue is, now I recall the telecom development levy was specifically put to develop rural telecom infrastructure and was spent on that, for that through the TRCSL. Right, see, at the end of the day, money is fungible. You put it into any basket, ultimately it comes to one basket and you can spend. You can't say we got it from this for this, or you can't map it like that technically. But I'm asking the committee, you know, should it be like that, or should the export development levy cess come to your ministry to be spent on export development?
Yeah, so we've asked that also during last budget.
Yes.
So that's the idea from the Export Development Board's perspective.
It has been, Honorable Minister, for the last so many years.
Many years over the last decades, it has not happened. So the entire export-related cesses have gone to the treasury, and there is no one-on-one match whether it was spent on exactly export development or not.
Maybe we should have clarification from the treasury as well as the Attorney Generals also on this, on a separate.
No, I think this particular thing, the T-board has now a fund, and maybe they could have done more if they had other funds to export. I mean, this is a inquiry from the industry as well. They also say that we pay you 10 rupees where the money goes. So there's a big question mark on the transparency also.
Finance Ministry, who is here from the Finance Ministry today? Members, we have written we have written on the 10th of January 2025, we have written to the Secretary of the Treasury about allocating revenue generated from the cess levy to the Sri Lanka Export Development Board in line with the original purpose of the levy, which is to support export development initiatives. Have you received a response? So why don't you write to the new Secretary of the Treasury, reminding him of this letter that is dated January of this year, and seek his opinion on that? Because I think, you know, if we are collecting money for a specific purpose, that money must be spent on that specific purpose.
That's true in technical terms, but how the budget has been managed all these years, we will also have to understand where the finances stay at this point. So now at the moment, what they can spend is about a 500 million a year, right? Given that you will only collect one. අවුරුද්දකට 1 billion collect වෙන්නේ මේ යන විදියට අපිට. එතකොට එකෙන් 500ක් විතර තමයි අපිට ප්‍රොමෝෂන් වලට දාන්න වෙන්නේ. මොකද ඉතිරි 500ත් මදි අපේ මේ ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් වලට. දැන් මොකද රීප්ලාන්ටින් වලට සල්ලි ඉල්ලලා තියෙනවා, සල්ලි දෙන්න බෑ නේද? එතන ගොඩාක් අපේ එක්ස්පෝර්ටර්ස්ලා කියන්නේ අපිට ටී දෙනවා නම් යවන්න පුළුවන් කියලා. ඒ වුණාට ස්මෝල් හෝල්ඩර්ස්ලාගේ රීප්ලාන්ටින් වලට සල්ලි නැහැ. දැන් ඊළඟ අවුරුද්දේ කොහොම හරි ඇලොකේෂන් එකක් කරන්න ඕනේ. හැබැයි දැන් 500 මදි ඔය කියන විදියට කොහොමද?
Especially for development, it's not enough because if we go to target production to come to about 400 million kilos, there's a massive project which has to take place in replanting and infilling, Chairman. So for that, the amount required for a big project of refilling, it would run into billions. Our estimate is around 100 billion. In fact, we have put a paper that we to come to the ministry also, where about 100 billion rupees would be required for a proper project of refilling and replanting. to take our production to 400 million kilos or thereabout. We are just hovering around 240, of course, with this glyphosate issue. Now, hopefully, by the end of this year, we'll come to about 280 million kilos. But we are far, far below the average production of Kenya and such markets. So, if we are to go to 400 billion kilos, we have to go in for a massive infilling and replanting project. For that, we will need not 3 rupees, we'll need about 15 rupees a kilo. So that levy
But you are taking already 13, no?
No, not to us, state.
No, somebody taking that money, no, Mr. Chairman.
Agreed.
Exporters are paying 15, 13 already.
Agreed. But for development, we'll have to do that, no? The state will have to do that. For that, we need money.
Yeah.
And that will, this fund which we are having is not enough at all.
In our area, in Kappa district, sorry if I'm going out of line, but there was a lot of development, new development, පොල් එක්ක තේ දාලා it was very new to our area and it was catching up very fast, but unfortunately again it has stalled in the last couple of years.
Right.
That's also a new area that you all are touching, because Gampaha district mainly beyond from Kegol district, tea was not there. But now they have started again, but it has somehow stopped.
Right. On that note, we will go ahead with this and we will approve it. Just write a note reminding the Secretary Treasury about this cess and to give us sort of an update, not just on the cess on tea, but cess on general cess on exports, and how it has been spent and what the plan is, whether to continue to carry on this way or to change the way it is allocated. That's it, unless the members have any other questions. Thank you, Mr. Commissioner.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you.
one question, sorry. මේක අපි දිගටම කන්ටිනියු කරන එක ගැන ඔබතුමාලා මතයක් විදිහට කියන්නේ කණ්ඩායමක් විදිහට එකඟයි නේද? රුපියල් 3 ගාණ එකතු කරගෙන මේක ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් වලටයි ප්‍රොමෝෂන් වලටයි දෙකටම පාවිච්චි කරන්න කිව්වේ අරක නොලැබෙනවා කියන අදහසින්ද නැත්නම් මේක ඇත්තටම ඩෙවලොප්මන්ට් වලටම පාවිච්චි කරන්න ඕන රුපියල් 3ක් කියලා හිතනවද?
මෙහෙමයි. දැන් මේ මුදල 2011 2010 මේ සාකච්ඡාවට අරගත්ත අවස්ථාවට සාපේක්ෂව ඒ කාලේ ලොකු මුදලක් 3.50 කියන්නේ. දැන් අද වෙනකොට ඒ தත්ත්වය සම්පූර්ණ වෙනත් තත්යකට ගිහින් තියෙන්නේ. ඒකම තේ ගහක් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් උඩරට නම් වසර 60ක් 70ක් අර සීඩ්ලින්ග්ස් තේ එකක් අවුරුදු 100ක් විතර perform කරනවා. හැබැයි පහතරට මේ vegetatively propagated තේ පැලයක් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් වසර 20ක් 30ක් අතර නැවත හිටවන්න ඕනේ. එතකොට දැන් මේකේ cost structure එක ගිහින් තියෙනවා replanting වලට සාමාන්‍යයෙන් per hectare 3.6 million to 4.5 million. එතකොට ඒ මුදලටින් යම්කිසි මුදලක් සහනාධාරයක් හැටියට දෙනවා නම් මිනිස්සු මේකට උනන්දු වෙනවා. දැනට තේක පරිශන ආයතනය කියන්නේ per annum minimum 3% replanting ratio එක තියෙන්න ඕනේ කියලා රට. හැබැයි දැන් අපි ඉන්නේ 0.5ටත් අඩුවෙන්. එතකොට මේකේ drawback එක තමයි අපිට මේ පේන්නේ. අපේ ගාව තියෙන තේ ඉඩම් දැන් බහුතරයක් poor performing අපේ අක්කරයකට මාසෙකට දළු කිලෝ 185ක් විතර තමයි හම්බෙන්නේ. මේක සාමාන්‍යයෙන් තේ පරිශන ආයතනයේ estimate තියෙන over 600 kilos per acre per month. ඒක කෙන්යාවේ වගේ රටකට ගත්තොත් එහෙම ඊට වඩා ලොකු ප්‍රමාණයක්. මම කියන්නේ green tea leaf. දැන් මේ தත්ත්වය මත ඉඳගෙන අපි 2020 දැන් 5ට ඇවිල්ලා 3.50ක් ගත්ත එක 3ට අඩු කරලා cost structure එක ඒ වගේ 3 to 4 folds අපි ඉහළට ගිහින් තියෙන වෙලාවක මේකෙනුත් අපිට රුපියල් 3නුත් හම්බෙන්නේ 1.50ක් තමයි සංවර්ධන කටයුතු සඳහා. එතකොට මේ ඔය කියන ගෝල්ස් වලට අපිට යන්න බැරි බව තමයි සභාපතිතුමා ප්‍රකාශ කළේ මෙච්චර ලොකු මුදලක් ඕනේ කියන එක. ඉතින් ඒකට අපි දත්ත ඉදිරිපත් කරනවා. ඒකට අවශ්‍ය කරන තීරණ ගත යුතුයි කියන එකයි අපේ යෝජනාව.
මේ දැන් සාමාන්‍යයෙන් අර කිව්වා වගේම මේක ඉන්ෆ්ලේෂන් ඇඩ්ජස්ට්මන්ට් එකක් වෙලා නැහැනේ. රුපියල් වලින් නේ තියෙන්නේ. මේක percentage එකකට යනවා නන්ද ලෝකේ කොහොමද ගිහින් තියෙන වෙන රටවල් වල percentage වලින්ද absolute values වලින්ද මේවා තියෙන්නේ?
absolute values ඇත්තේ අපි ඒ ගැන හරියටම හොයලා බලලා තමයි කතා කරන්න ඕනේ.
නැත්තම් කාලෙන් කාලට එක්ක absolute value එක adjust කරන්න ඕනේ inflation එක බලලා. එහෙම නැත්තම් percentage value එකට යන්න ඕනේ.
දැන් තේ විකුණන්නේ ඩොලර් වලින්ද රුපියල් වලින්ද?
At the auction 15 rupees, but we sell overseas with dollars and euro.
I mean, if it is sold in dollars, මේක ඒතර percentage එකක් හැටියට Mr. Chairman 2011 කීයද තේ කිලෝ එකක් රුපියල් වලින් roughly
2011 150ක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්.
අද කීයද?
අද 700ක් වෙන්න පුළුවන්. අද 1500යි.
දෙගුණයක්. ඒතර මේක මේ ඒ ප්‍රමාණය රුපියල් 6ක් වෙන්න ඕනේ අවම වශයෙන් නේ.
In fact, Chairman, may I record that the fees and charges, there are other levies with the T-board has, fees and charges since 2010 was not revised. In fact, recently only I have made a suggestion that the fees and charges which were not revised since 2010, for 15 years the same charge was there, we have just gone to the board and revised it. No, the fees and charges, there are so many areas.
They are also denominated in rupees.
Rupees, yes.
So, I have just one overarching question. මට කියන්න තේ කිලෝ එකක් අපි අරිනකොට එක්ස්පෝර්ටර් කෙනෙක් කොච්චර වියදමක් දරන්න ඕනද නොයෙකුත් ඔය fees, levies, charges, taxes යනාදී වශයෙන් අපි හිතමු bulk නම්
Roughly, may I say?
Yes, please.
Chairman, now you're talking of 1050 plus 3 rupees for bulk, plus 450 and 350 for packeted tea. In addition to these fees and levies would come to around 1 rupee a kilo.
1 rupee?
Yeah, 1 rupee. So many charges involved, around 1 rupee a kilo, approximately. So
that comes to the T-board?
That is the T-board, yeah.
Okay. එතකොට රුපියල් 14ක් විතර තමයි bulk නම්.
Roughly.
නැත්නම් 8ක් විතර තමයි මේ පැකටඩ් නම්. Yeah. So it's good for policy for the budget. Hari, thank you very much, gentlemen, ladies, for coming.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you. Then this is approved. We can take it up in Parliament. So those who are here for the tea matter can leave. Thank you. We'll take the other one. Bills of exchange amendment bill. The officials from the customs, please stay back. Thank you. Madam Secretary, would you present this for us? To us, rather?
Members of the committee, the Bills of Exchange Ordinance was enacted as far back in 1927 during the colonial era. So thereafter, on about 4 occasions, this had been subjected to amendment. But with the development of the technology in the commercial sector, the necessity arose for us to amend the Bills of Exchange Ordinance. So on or about the 16th of January 2023, then Honorable Minister in charge of the Ministry of Justice appointed a committee which was headed by the chairman, Mr. Nihal Jayawardena, the President's Council. They have submitted their report, and based on that, this bill was drafted. So now the COC has been received from the Attorney General, It has been prepared in the 3 languages and it has been gazetted, Chairman.
On a technical matter, why is it coming to this committee? Oh, nothing to do with finance as such, no?
Because it's a joint paper by Ministry of Finance.
Is it? Or is it by your ministry?
It says a joint paper.
Most probably, Chairman, the
good thing. Right, cabinet, the cabinet paper is joint.
Yes.
But the bill is yours individually. It's your bill. It's not finance ministry bill. But that's okay, that's fine.
I don't think there's a direct impact on the fiscal per se, but this issue has been there for many years.
Yes.
මොකද මේ checks bounce වෙන එක the traders and the businessmen couldn't tolerate because there was no law that you can go to anywhere on a bounce check, and I think this is going to resolve that, and it's going to help the market fairness in immense way, Chair. And also I think there will be a lot of revenue collections also on the penalties, because the way the current trade is happening, like 10 to 15% checks get defaulted. So I think this is a very important bill. Maybe we can discuss for the sake of public awareness as well, since it's in the...
Yeah, no, I have absolutely, honorable member, I have no issue. Somebody, will Mr. Nihal Jayavikrama present this or a summary, or will somebody else do it? Or?
Well, Chairman, the Secretary, in fact...
Jayawardhan, I'm sorry. Yeah.
The Secretary discussed about the background to this amendment. In fact, the aspect that the Honourable Member mentioned about bouncing of checks and those areas are being looked after by another enactment. Debt Recoveries Act, where those matters are penally sanctioned, and one thing that we emphasized in bringing in these amendments was to add clarity to the existing law, which there was a unanimous view of the committee that it should be preserved, the underlying principles, and only the committee looked at the necessity to do the amendments which could be practically used, and for that purpose the technical advancement that has taken place not from 1927, but the last amendment was, I think, in 1955 or 61. So from that time also there was rapid development in the technology which had to be embodied into this. So if it may be a bit of a cumbersome exercise if we are to go to each and every amendment that has been suggested, but as an overall statement with regard to the amendments that have been done, I could say that the intention was to perhaps obtain particularly the banking sector views from the committee members who represented various banks and the chambers of commerce and the commercial sector, and then see how the concept of bills of exchange could be made more user friendly by the amendments. That was the reason and the ultimate decision in suggesting these amendments. So even if we go one by one to each section that has been amended, I think it will be a complete repetition of this principle that was adopted in this. Maybe that to the question that the Honorable Chairman asked about the relevance of this being discussed here, maybe because of the fact that it was purely to deal with the banking industry than a legal instrument, in addition to being a legal instrument.
Now, can we take a practical matter and sort of explain to us how these amendments would resolve some of the problems the Honourable Member raised earlier of bouncing checks, etc., or something that happens in the general business environment, and how these changes will sort of deal with those issues? Yeah, so I mean, we would want to know the gist of this.
After this act, what would change on the ground? Like, what would be easier? What would be more clarity? You said it will give more clarity, and all that. To whom will it give, and to which? What will enable this? What things will enable on the ground by having this?
Now, even basic things like definitions that have been given in the act were based on the archaic definitions, and those definitions came throughout. Now, for instance, even if one looks at yes, I mean, very basic things like even putting in the name of the country from Ceylon to Sri Lanka is something that has been included by this, because the last amendment, as the Secretary quite correctly said, was in 1961. So from that onwards, now even the bank has been described. Of course, the suggestion was to give clarity and to use the bank in a proper sense with regard to bills of exchange per se. The definition has been changed to a licensed commercial bank within the meaning of Banking Act number 30 of 1988 and its amendments. That is, one is not to have too many definitions in various acts. So there might be some conflicts in the definitions. The other thing is, the Banking Act gives a fairly comprehensive idea as to what a commercial bank is supposed to do, and the fact that commercial banks are the main institutions that are dealing with bills of exchange, to restrict that. But of course, that has been slightly changed in the proposed amendment by including even the other banks. It does not do any harm, but the committee was of the view, that was also another suggestion that has been brought in, but the bank means a licensed commercial bank or licensed specialized bank or a branch of a foreign bank incorporated outside Sri Lanka which carries on. That was, these are certain things that would have been encompassed in the definition that was suggested, but it will not do any harm to the instrument that will be forwarded to the Parliament for approval. So there is certainly we can live with that, and
so there's a if I ask specifics
then also electronic usage of clearance purposes. Those have been clearly included into this, so that will also add the new technology, and the Act will give recognition to using of new technical advancement that the country or the world has seen.
Chairman, I see the majority of the changes sound very technical terms.
Yes.
Try to take as much as possible into the law, right? I wanted to ask a question now. You have mentioned that 82 asudeka a about return checks. May return check ekak කියන එක how does it differ from the current evidence for a return check? දැන් මේකනේ ගොඩක්ම තියෙන the major issue එක return check නේ. So what is the difference in the new law as opposed to the existing
82.
one? 82
1A.
It says
1A.
82 ඈ කියලා මේ මං ගාව තියෙන සිංහල එක.
We don't have, there is no English version of it. No, the bill, the gas app. Only single and Tamil.
Evidence for return checks. And what?
82A, yeah.
How do you define a return check or what is the, I mean, කොහොමද මේක දැන් තියෙන එකෙන් වෙනස් වෙන්නේ?
මේක නෑ. I mean, this is not there now. This is a new introduction.
Okay.
Following new section are hereby inserted immediately after the principal enactment. 82A is a new introduction.
Right. So
So
at the moment you have to bring the check itself to the police to lodge a
Yes.
complaint?
Yes.
And now you don't need the actual check. Is it? I don't know whether
No, there is a no. This clearance is being done by way of what's it called? This Lanka Clear, where you have the image. The image is being given to the drawer and also to the bearer. If the check is dishonored, that notice of dishonor will come as a image of the check. So
Okay.
that can be used. So
Right.
Earlier, if it has been dishonored, you have to find the check and
find the original check. Okay, I see. Okay, so that's what I
as
wanted.
like at simple terms are account pay we write as account pay only, no? Today
Yes.
when we cross
Yes.
now you are saying it's not required. The only piece is not required.
Yes.
So likewise there are some practical
Certain, yes,
amendments in
practical
there.
amendments.
example එක දාන්නවද AC?
only කියලා
cross
දානවා.
කරන්නේ?
Only ඕනේ නෑලු.
නෑ කොහොමද දැන් cross විතරනේ කරලා ලියන්නේ.
Yeah, it is not necessary. It is
But we are
actually
doing
even if
it
you
for
just
all
cross
these
it, it is enough.
cross කරොත් ඇතිද?
That is.
But ඉතින් මෙහෙ දැන්
Yeah, of course, account pay different. So account pay only the account pay can. So those are, of course, there is no change, as honourable minister mentioned. This the account pay only is not necessary. I mean,
account pay කියන්න ඕනද?
Yeah?
Account pay.
Account pay. Otherwise, if it is just cross.
Any account.
Any account. It can go through endorsee also can.
That means you cannot cash it, is it?
Yes.
Anyway, you can't.
Yeah,
cash
that's right.
it.
Once it is.
If you cross it, you can't cash.
Yeah,
If
it
you
has to
put
go through
account
the account.
pay, it has to be my name.
My name, yes.
Right.
Name
But cross, it can go to any account.
Any account. Endorsee can.
And these charges, the legal charges, was it there earlier also? Like you have to pay same amount as the check value or 2 years of imprisonment? Was it part of the existing law?
No, it is
new.
not.
It's
Yes.
new, right?
Yes.
That's what I said. So now if somebody dishonored a check and if it's proven you have fraudulently dishonored it, either you have to pay the same amount as the check as a penalty.
Yeah.
Might include 2 years of imprisonment also.
With this.
That's what I'm asking.
Yes.
That's why we asked like what are the changes, because this is very good for the country.
No, it was not there earlier because I mean it was considered as a criminal offence. Criminal offence, sometimes you can confine it to just either.
Because nobody went to jail because of fraud checks. There's, if you go to
there
PETA,
are people.
there are bundles of checks which are dishonored. So they have to use the underworld to get it cleared.
But they can get imprisoned, no? Right now also.
It will never go through that side.
Only a fine.
No, fine. I mean, sometimes the fine is also limited. depending on the law under which you are convicted. So the fine may not be adequate to cover the loss that the person has actually suffered.
So you have a 1 million check, you are fined 5,000 or 10,000. So now it's 1 million up to 2 million, the penalty is there. Am I right?
Yes.
And then you
can even pay the compensation out of the money that have been collected as a fine. Check return එක crib එකට නෑ check return එකක් crib එකට යන්න පුළුවන් ඒ check return වෙච්ච එක්කෙනාගේ. ඒ කියන්නේ that depends on the අවස්ථාවට අනුකූලව ඒක වෙනස් වෙනවා.
දැන් ඉතින් චෙක් රියන් එක ගොඩක් දුරට අඩු වෙලා ට්‍රාන්ස්ෆර්ස් නේ තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් මේ නීතිය
නෑ මේක ඒ චෙක්ස් සම්බන්ධ විතරයි සභාපතිතුමා.
සභාපතිතුමා මේක මේ අපේ ලංකාවේ නම්
තාම තියෙන චෙක්ස් ගොඩාක් මේක
dated check.
Dated check. That was one of the main concerns at the committee because people deal with future money.
මේකේ මේ කාරණා දෙක මේක දැන් මේ හොඳම නම මේකේ තියෙන්නේ මේ bills of exchange කියලා නේ. ඒක හරියටම හරි. ඒ කියන්නේ දැන් check එක හම්බුනාම check එක date එක තියෙනවා කියමුකෝ next month. You give it to someone and encash.
Encash it, yes.
Discount. Discount කරනවා.
Discount.
Discount කරනවා. It's a big process.
Yeah. The bill discounting කියන්නේ ඒකනේ.
Yes.
මේ බැංකුව වල කරනවා ලොකු bill discounting.
ඊට පස්සේ default වුණොත් අරයට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. බැංකුව take the risk.
Yeah. I mean, for me, it's more of a
technical exercise.
Technical matter. එතකොට මේක වැඩි හරියක්ම තියෙන මේ check data check සම්බන්ධයෙන් bounce වෙන check සම්බන්ධයෙන් ඒක තමයි මේකේ සමස්තයක් හැටියට ඒ දේ දිහා තමයි බලන්නේ නේ මේ amendment එක.
age old
definitions update කරන එක.
අප්ඩේට් කරලා තමයි සභාපතිතුමා මයි කරලා.
මේ කියන්නේ දැන් අර චෙක් එකක් මේවා වුණාම ලියුමම යවන්න ඕන එක දැන් ඊමේල් එකකින් යවන්න පුළුවන්. ඒ වගේනේ වෙනස්කම් තියෙනවා.
Just to make it easier නේද? There's a I mean, I generally, I have no real technical issues with this, unless there are members want to raise anything.
මගේ නම් තියෙන්නේ දැන් මේක legal process එකක් විදියට කරාට මේක how do we take it to the society? කවුද මහ ජනතාව මේක දැනුවත් කරන්න ඕනේ කවුද? Now it's a change of process, no change of
yeah, I think it will be the finance sector will have to take on that and because it is something that has to be done particularly with the banking and finance institutions. So
I mean it obviously helps the entrepreneurs, so which we can drive from the Ministry of Industries.
And also the chambers of commerce can play a major role in this whole thing.
And the central bank might be also, no?
Yes, central bank as well.
Because this is one of the largest instruments on the market.
Absolutely.
Which
apart
is
from cash.
Yeah,
now,
without
in the current market.
Yeah.
So you have cash, you have online payment system, and this probably might be the biggest mode of transaction instrument.
Data checks.
Yeah, so because in cash you can carry 5,000 rupees into 100, but here with one paper, you are actually transferring millions. And that is not presented to the bank for months. It's hanging around.
Well, I mean, economic activity is going on without any exchange of actual cash.
And there are proposed amendments to prevention of money laundering and financial transaction reporting. So may I know, have they been incorporated or taken?
No, I mean, there are various other acts which are dealing with those. So we did not want to complicate this and also duplicate various provisions
I see.
And that, now, for instance, anti-money laundering and that kind of thing is being looked after by AML Act, and there are other acts like the prevention of frauds and even debt recovery act. Those are acts through which some of the problems are being answered.
Right. So you think that there needs to be changed, or they are covered?
Some are covered. So that we have even addressed in the report, where those things have been looked into.
Right.
And we did not want to duplicate those in this amendment.
To your knowledge, apart from checks, does Sri Lanka use a lot of promissory notes?
Yes.
We have?
Yes.
So basically it's a written document,
Yes.
right? That I'm liable to pay, that you sign on with a lawyer and you give.
Correct.
Those are called promissory notes?
Yes.
And there's no format to such?
There is a format. There is a format. I mean, basics will have to be followed.
Yeah.
So if those minimum standards are there, then
so when you say
you can
bills
add
of
on,
exchange,
you can add on conditions.
yeah, bills of exchange in Sri Lanka, one is a check that bank issues us. The other one is a promissory note that the two parties will agree.
No, bank has to come in.
Bank has
to come in.
For the promissory note. So those are the
not
two
the promissory, the bills of exchange. Bank is a essential party.
Yeah, so bills of exchange, what are the instruments we have? Checks and notes.
You know, there are various other forms of things. Now, even a banker's, it is called banker's check or banker's order.
Yeah.
Those are also
bills of exchange.
Bills of exchange. That can change hands. So, exchange means
a bill that
exchanges.
It's a tradable thing.
Tradable thing, yes.
Because then it really doesn't matter, you know, whoever holds it at the time of execution is the beneficiary.
Who holds it will get the money.
Yeah, so it can be held, it's like
endorsed by a bank.
Yes, and also this act itself, in the definition section, it is very clearly stated that a bill means a bill of exchange and a note means a promissory note. So
those are two items.
Those are two different things.
So that's as now promissory notes, are they very common in Sri Lanka?
Promissory notes are also common.
That also has to be issued by a bank.
No.
That's
it can be
two individuals.
Yes.
That's it.
You see, the value of that document can change depending on market conditions, no?
Yes.
So, I mean, if interest rate, yield curves change, interest rates go down, and you have something that have been discounted at a rate that was different, the value of the paper can go up or down. Suppose interest rates are at 10%, and then you discount the bill, let's say for 10%, and you have that bill with you. But suppose interest rates suddenly go down to 5%, the value of what you're holding is going to change.
Yes.
Technically, yes.
So, but that is the commercial risk that the party takes.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's really not a risk also, because the discount value will change, no? When you change from hand to hand, depending on the market interest rates, the value of the paper will also change.
And the risk.
No, if he holds on to it.
Risk of default. Risk of default is there. Credit risk is there.
Credit risk is there.
Right. Anything else, members? If there's nothing else, what is this?
The Sampath Bank has submitted like an academic article on
yes,
this. You can publish
it's a very useful publication, but through that we have dropped some of the things that have been suggested as well. But it's a very interesting and a very comprehensive publication.
But thank you for the comprehensive report as well. And now only I'm going through it.
Yeah, I see a very eminent panel headed by you, Mr. Jayawardena, Mr. Sirivardena, Secretary, Mr. U.R. De Silva, President's Council, Mr. Aru Pragasam, Mr. Swaminathan, Mr. Vikramasinghe,
and
list
Mr.
of
Molligoda
names.
was one of the most useful members. Mr.
Who?
Molligoda, he died in fact recently. Yes.
Ravi Molligoda.
Ravi Molligoda.
He was that T person.
He was a banker, professional banker who rose up to, I think, acting.
People's Bank, no?
People's Bank, yes.
He died.
Yes, he died recently.
Right, very good. Thank you for your service.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.